Hold there, knave. The Yorkie of the Shire stands before you asking art thou friend or foe. If thou art friend, then join me now as we return to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, and my journey through Galarian. If you joined me earlier, you will know we had a brief venture into the Citadel of Dresden. And it went, shall we say, not as we might wish it to. We got our butts handed to us rather firmly here. A buttockle kicking, as you might say. Definitely not kissing. So, let us see what we can do here.
Open your heart to me.
More skeletons. And... where are we? Me, of course. Now. In and of themselves, ghouls are not very strong. But they did cause us problems. Because they swarmed us. Hopefully, getting our allies out like this will prevent some of that. Familiar.
I'll cut you wide open.
That was what I feared would happen.
Begone, fiend!
Because they do not march in the order in which you position them, we have a slight problem. Hopefully, a slight problem.
Please, help me.
Yes, this has her in completely the wrong position. And no way to escape it.
No glory without risk.
We may be in a position where this is going to fail again. Because of the position we ended up in here. Camellia.
The spirits demand your blood.
Camellia, you're going to have to drop back. Is there anything that might be of merit? Can't be used by this character. Can be used by this character, a level 4 summoning. Oh, I thought that was level 4 something. I guess not. Yeah, with her there, we can't actually do anything. Soziel, step away. I didn't tell you to hit anything, did I?
This will leave a bruise.
Yeah, she's in trouble. And this is a bad start. Let's put it that way.
Someone save me.
We need to reload. I cannot afford to have her blocking the way. That is a bad situation. In fact, I would say go as far as say it's a terrible situation. Right, let's try this again.
This way.
And see, I allow them to take up appropriate positions, and they don't necessarily keep to them.
Rely on me. Do not fear. Do not waver.
I'll cut you wide open. I will resist.
Without a doubt, they're much more powerful when she doesn't get in the way. She herself is powerful, and these beings cannot do so much without getting themselves hurt. Ember. Just 3. We could have done with better roll than that. But never mind.
Prepare yourself.
Another one down.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Ember, again with your fire.
May I see your entrails, please?
I think you just did, Yorkie. You summoned everything you need.
The spirits demand your blood.
I can still fight.
Soziel, you're hurt.
Desna, guide my hand.
The light take you!
Not much damage there.
I've failed.
And he's down. Unfortunate.
Let the attack commence.
You are today's sacrifice.
This will leave a bruise.
Yeah, Sealer's not looking happy right now.
Make your peace.
Into the fray!
That was enough. I didn't give myself the stealth. Well, I'm not sure what I did there. It was strange.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
At the moment, yes, you are.
Go for their hearts. I will resist.
Healer. Nice. Also get one of those on, even though it's not a lot. And then you can lay on hands on him. So he may actually be... He's paralyzed for 17 seconds, that's fine. Oh, it's good that they're immune to it. Now,
I'll cut you wide open.
that's another down. And we have more joining them.
Prepare yourself.
Nicely struck. Oh! I was on the wrong creature, the wrong being. And there's more joining them.
Die, die, die!
The spirits demand your blood!
How close are you to coming round? Rochelet.
Guide my hand!
Ooh, that didn't work as well as I hoped.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Only 15 damage.
Burn! Slice!
I'm done with you!
You are today's sacrifice!
It's now permanent, damn.
Make your peace.
Another one.
The light take you!
May I see your entrails, please?
Go for their hearts!
Well,
I will resist!
you won't even hit, apparently. Soziel! My friend, you're back. Oh. You didn't hear what I thought you might. Sealer? No, not Sealer. It's a dog.
No glory without risk!
Ember.
Let the attack commence.
I'll cut you wide open!
And there is the Nabasu. And the grown Nabasu. Problems. Rather large problems.
Prepare yourself!
And they've gone. The dog. Sealer. We must take down this thing.
Into the fray!
Spell resistance is going to be a factor there.
I wonder what lies beyond.
I'm not sure why I went down. Ah. I went down simply because I was hurt.
I wonder what lies.
And again.
The spirits demand your blood.
Ooh, 4 levels? That's a little ridiculous, don't you think?
Desna, guide my hand.
Ah, didn't mean to do that. Rather obviously.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Put that on her. Trying to think of what to do here. Can you sleep it? You could have done, but you didn't.
Make your peace.
Prayer.
No glory without risk!
50. Step away, Ember. And if you can, just turn that off for now. It will make it harder for it to hit for one round.
You are today's sacrifice.
That's more damage done.
I will resist.
It's dead. My friends, we could be at a success here. And with just one of these beasts left, I think, or 2 actually, I think we should be fine. And there we have it. A tough conquest, because of these things, and because they managed to swarm quite well.
Carry me.
The conquest nonetheless.
I did it.
Tower shield. None of us use tower shields. So I'm beginning to wonder if indeed I shouldn't be using shields instead of dual wielding. No problem. Ah, it's dead. With the left hand, the old woman pulls a dagger from the demon's body. Exhausted by the effort, she wipes her brow. Time did not bend me, it seems. I will show you one of the secret passages that we used when the Citadel of Dresden belonged to us. The woman walks up to a wall and begins examining it. You'll get the Sword of Valor more easily this way. Perhaps the demons don't know about this passage. The demons, if you think about it, have spent most of my life among them. I have to admit, there's something mesmerizing about them. A single demon might be weak or pathetic or cowardly, but when you see them as a collective, it isn't a mass of separate creatures, but a single great force, a tide, which might be temporarily slowed, never stopped. The front lines of the Abyss, here on the lands of Galarian. Unstoppable, fanatical, forward motion. We have something to learn from them, don't we? It's always nice to learn new things, including studying their enemy's strengths. Right, you only study evil so you can learn how to defeat it, but learning from it, you learn from evil apart from how to do evil. You can learn how evil acts, and therefore how to oppose it. The woman's face is still, but there's approval in her blue eyes. Right, knowledge is the greatest weapon. Armed with it, one can succeed where neither strength nor valor could. Here it is, the demons are hiding the Sword of Valor behind this door. Be wary, I heard them bragging about the traps that surround the banner. Magical, of course, the Sword of Valor is nearly impossible to destroy, and if they wish, they will drown the entire room in fire, destroying their enemies while leaving their trophy unscathed. Go now, and good luck. This is where we save, because in all likelihood, what lies beyond that door is going to be enough that we're going to have to sleep and come back. But on the other hand, if we can carry on... Ooh. And we might be able to. Some kind of puzzle. Oh, I hate puzzles. And acid blasts and cold blasts.
Trail me. Did you see that?
Yes. And?
I did it.
Yes, you did, and there's nothing worth having in there. Alright. These are pressure plates. These are evidently circles within circles. I'm guessing they twist clockwise, counterclockwise, I have no idea. The plates, I'm guessing, will depend which one. Now, I see these patterns need to line up. That only needs to turn its middle a couple of times. This apparently needs to turn all three inners a couple of times, and this... What the hell is this even? Those need to go to there. What will this bring off of? I'm unsure. Well, let's start pressing and see what happens. What about this one? Well, that's lined up now. These aren't. What does this do? That's seemingly lined up. But of course these aren't. That's turning that one. The inner, the outer, middle, inner. The inner ring itself doesn't. Did not turn. Inner, inner, inner. Oh. Inner, middle, outer. In the middle, outer. In the middle. And outer. Yes, the inners don't, actual inners don't change. There are 4 selections though. I could be at this all night. And unfortunately, this is one of those situations where, having experimented, you can't even look it up. Well, you could if you reloaded. I'm not seeing it at all. This is a kind of puzzle I do not like. However, eventually we got there. We have some spirit style things. Are you enemies? You're going to be enemies, aren't you? And there's a lot of you. That isn't going to help you.
I see blood. Blood!
Too late for apologies.
I need your...
Oh. Yes, that's way too powerful. I'm actually thinking of bringing this down from core to daring. You don't have anything, alright.
One more day, and I'm still alive. Everyone.
Right. Well. Forgive me. But having solved the circle puzzle once, I'm not going to do it by brute force again. I'm going to look up exactly how you're meant to do it. I did solve it once. I don't care about doing it again.
I did it! Did you see that?
However, before I do...
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
This war must end.
Remember, let's get these wards on. Play poison.
The world has suffered enough.
You might have something, I'm not sure. Got blessed, that's for sure. Archon's aura. I guess we can do protection from evil.
I will help where I can.
Good. And bless. And that. Why don't you give it to me as well?
I heed the voice of the spirits.
No, no, no. Damn it. Wrong one. Now.
I crave for adventure.
Yes, I know you do, Yorkie. Sometimes it gets you into trouble though, doesn't it? Right. As I said, forgive me for this one, but I am going to look up the circle puzzles. There will be 4 buttons on the circle: east, southwest, northwest, and center. Southwest, center, center, northwest, northwest. And what was it again? Southwest, center, center, northwest, northwest. Southwest. Center. Center. Northwest. Northwest. There we are. Now here they come. I'm good with riddles, but that isn't going to help you.
I will
I
defend
fear
my
you might be
dream.
right. Step back, Yorkie. And get your friend out. Get your friends out while you're at it. And why didn't you use your bear power? And you... Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Immune. What will hurt them? Ember? Can you hurt them? You can't overcome the spell resistance. What are you doing, Sealer? That's not remotely what I told you to do. Ruchele.
Will resist.
Yeah, that's not going to work well. What the hell? Oh, those are shadow demons. That's a special one. I see. The Yorkie.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
I'll cut you wide open.
You're not going to be able to do anything. Oh, you did a little damage. And we need fire resistance.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Oh, there's a bloody Nebasu there. Yes, when and if this fails, I'm coming down from core. Hang on. Those... Ah, they're on our side. That's fine.
Prepare yourself.
Those are your... Prayer.
May I see your entrails, please?
The spirits demand your blood.
We're protected from poison, so that's something. Ember. Attack rolls down. And cackle.
The light take you.
He's not taking any damage that way. She certainly needs to.
Begone, fiend!
Let the attack commence.
Sealer can't hurt them.
You are today's sacrifice!
You can.
Pain is
Unfortunately, she's almost dead. Ember. Oh, you don't have. You have that. That will help her.
Yes.
Not a lot, but it will help.
Into the fray.
Make your peace disappear.
You're not causing any harm there, are you?
my limit?
I didn't mean to kill the ferocious skeletons. Oops. Well, at least we didn't kill the Grand Nabasut as well.
Die! Die! Die!
Camellia, you need to back up. And you need some potion. Ember.
Esmo. Axe. Yes.
You can't do anything to them.
The Inheritor. Guide my blade.
I will resist.
Fall!
Burn! Slice!
You're down. Camellia.
Go for their hearts!
Almost.
This pain is excruciating.
Ember. Heal her if you will.
Esmo. Axe. Yes.
That's good.
The light. Take you.
Prepare yourself.
I will bring down the divine wrath!
May I see your entrails, please?
I'll cut you wide open.
Got him. I guess I can stay at core. Difficult. Very difficult.
Surrender
But I
or
can make it
else.
work. After that we save, because I don't know what's going to happen here when we get the sword. Enemies incoming.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
Desna, guide my hand.
Oh, we've got an Nabasu again. I hate Nabasu.
Into the fray!
Let the attack commence.
Am I not using a weapon? Why don't you give us resistance to fire? Camellia.
It should work. Is it flawed?
Saving throw succeeded.
Make your peace.
No glory without risk!
Ow! What the hell?
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Continue.
Yep, she's down.
Begone, fiend!
Am I at my limit?
You may be.
The spirits demand your blood.
And Richelieu is frozen. That's not good.
The light take you!
This pain is excruciating.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, Seela. Camellia.
You are today's sacrifice.
Into the fray!
No, is all of this blood mine? Never thought I had that much.
This is how
I
it
wonder
feels.
what lies beyond. see is blackness.
Stop it.
I wonder what lies beyond.
Go for their hearts!
And she's dead. Actually dead.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
He's dead at least, that's something. Stop
What
it!
lies beyond.
Oh, I hate that. I thought I'd changed that. No bloody good as a spell anyway.
The light, take you!
I will resist.
Well, we are actually surviving at the moment. And I think we can say we survived this one. Well, come on, attack them. There we are. Now, you need to stop dying. You really need to stop dying.
I did it.
Evil outside of Bane's Spear +2. +2. Oh, it's a javelin. We might as well have that, and we were using our hands. I must be careful with that. Right, a rest. Definitely time for a rest. The water is bubbling in the pot, and the little bubbles are rising from the bottom quickly. Like there's something interesting at the top. Right? They live on the surface for a moment, then go pop. They're gone. Reminds me of something. What? Us? Civilizations? I can think of a few things it might remind you of. Game auto-saved. Good. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to hit a place where we need everything we've got. It may or may not be right now, though.
Quick, quick, else we miss all the fun. I did it.
Bone tooth marks. Right. Some ferocious beast. And it looks like we might be coming out of here. The wall. You touch Amide's solid banner to brush away the scarlet droplet. When you freeze abruptly, all of a sudden you are aware of your own powers. You are no longer a grain of sand, resisting the countless armies of the abyss. You are something greater. Like Amide once rejected humanity to stand and gain divinity, you are ready to take the first step on the path to gaining power. What will your power look like? There were 3 we did not get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I know what we can get. Aeon, Angel, Azata, Demon, Leash, Trickster. There's Devil, but that's later. Gold Dragon, but that's later. And Legend. I think we got all of them that we could. And Azata, you are the one we are going with after our dance in Elysium. You can use your mythic power to charge kinetic blasts even further. Battle meditation, best jokes, boundless brutality incarnate. Not using that. Time you damage an ally, and I'm not going to be damaging allies, I hope. Whenever you make an attack of opportunity, you gain a bonus that's useful. We'll take that. I don't think we need to overinfuse our blasts. Not as a kinetic knight. Challenge evil. Oh, we get 3. Bless. And Unbreakable Heart. And there is our dragon companion. The wound on your chest closed and drops of blood spilled on the Sword of Valor burst into transparent flames. A wave of fire rushes out from the blood and across the entire banner, transforming it and emblazing it with new colours. Power descends upon you, suffusing your mortal body, remaking it in its image. It fills your body to the brim, breaking bones and tearing muscles, while at the same time healing them. You raise your head acutely aware of the wind of freedom will be at your back from now until eternity.
I feel a warm breeze blowing on my face. It smells like sun, happiness, and meadowgrass. I will follow you. I will follow your call, wherever it leads me.
So much joy. I feel like laughing. I don't even know why.
If our crusade turns into a full-blown circus, at least it'll make me feel like a serious paladin in comparison.
It doesn't matter who you are, Angel, Azata, or something else, as long as you don't forget your humanity. I'm sure the crusade will only benefit from having a commander like you.
Now is not the time to linger. We can reflect on events later. Now is the time to act. And the banner is unfurled. And we're back at the square. On the day of the attack, I see.
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at the Lord of Locusts.
Milady, this creature is about to die. Shouldn't you?
Behold, Iomade. Behold the
And that's how I survived the fall, is it? Well,
You see, suture? Shouldn't has no place here. I've waited for a very long time, but now the hour has come to turn my ideas into reality. I still have things to do in Canopus, but you must leave. Go to the old laboratory. I have a special task for you. Forgive me this little masquerade.
Yanniel says in a different voice, one that sounds vaguely familiar. It does, doesn't it, Cirilu?
We've met before. I am Arilu Vorlesh, also known as the Architect of the World Wound.
There's something off about the strange appearance, like you're seeing only half a painting, while looking at her with one eye closed. Herself dressed in expensive jewellery at odds with a set of unfamiliar tools, and her ink-smudged hands.
Watch it. She's deadlier than a dozen demons. The betrayer of humanity. Her words are poison and lies.
You've handled the power of the Sword of Valor well. Such artifacts are almost like living creatures, and they react to their own kind, shall we say. The Sword of Valor once belonged to a mere mortal who became a goddess. It seems to see something kindred in you. Touching you has left the sword irreversibly changed. Now it is your banner, not Iomede's. Although perhaps it will still stop the demons from teleporting to the city as before.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you go, things change. Someone who lived dies, and someone who died is saved. Objects that were one thing become another. Why?
Magic.
Without realizing it, this mad girl just asked a very important question. But for now, I shall let you seek the answer yourself.
What happened to Yanniel?
The Yanniel you freed from the dungeon was merely a mask.
We realise that
Sometimes I
now.
like to wear the guise of my fallen enemies, to study them from the inside. The real Yanniel has been gone for a long time, but unfortunately for her, not permanently. Her lot is far more frightening than the one I showed you. Perhaps you will learn the truth one day, but for now, it isn't necessary.
You visited me twice under another guise here in Incanabrez at the celebration.
Would you speak to me if I came to you in my true form?
Unlikely.
Well, this will never happen again. I no longer need to hide my face.
You've helped me twice already in Canabris when we fell into the caves, and here, pointing the way to the Sword of Valor. Why would a half-demon disguised favourite ever do such a thing?
I'm creating something. Building. Studying how the land lies. Laying the foundation. I am called the Architect for a reason.
You don't deserve the name. Architects are creators. They build things. What have you created? A hole between the worlds? A wasteland in place of a flourishing country? Millions of deaths. You are no architect. You are nothing but a vandal.
I create... How shall I explain it to you? Events. Phenomena. Concepts. My building site is the entire multiverse. You wouldn't call an architect a vandal just because he started by digging some foundations, would you? Now be silent. I'm not talking to you. I'm not asking you to trust me. That would be
Of course I don't trust you.
unforgivably stupid. But I suggest, just suggest, that you search, analyze, think. What happened in old Sarkoris? What is the world wound? What is happening to you? Search for your answers. And for now, farewell.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
What, if anything, lies this way? Well, they're falling easy right now.
Am I at my limit?
You have elemental barrage. You could benefit from abundant casting. You have unrelenting assault. Like evil, it might be something to boost. Fire, definitely. You... Boundless healing. You have animal domain. Earth domain. You already have healing domain, don't you? Don't you? I thought you did. I'll have to double check what domains you have. But, actually... You've got good domain. Does this mean you don't have healing domain? I think it might do. You've got good and luck and animal. Yes, you definitely don't have healing. So. Bow's vulnerability to do more damage. You cannot currently wear any of that. You can get natural armor increased. Let's just see what we're overburdened with. Anything else? Now, this will take us to Dresden. Unless we're meant to go upstairs. I'm assuming we came from the wall. Let's see where we are. Where are we? Ah. We're on the wall right there. Alright, so that was the wall. Right, my friends. Let's sally forth. This door.
The heartbeat quickens.
And you're down, finally.
I'm trusting you.
My will is resolute.
What else do we have? This looks like some kind of chapel.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
If we go upstairs... either up there, or up here.
Trail me.
Prepare yourself.
Let's reload. We really need to stop being cocky about this. We're wounded, we're desperate, and we're searching for answers. We have extra power, yes, but frittering it away is foolish. Ah. But going up the stairs here. Further up the stairs. And this brings us out up top. That's what's happening if we go upstairs from there. But what we can do is sleep here.
You really have faith in me, Sela. But why? You're a paladin. Can't you sense the evil in my heart?
You don't have to be without sin to be good, sister. And to start on the path to atonement, you first need to admit that you have something to atone for.
Time passed.
I will prove my worth.
Let me help.
We'll assume fire is what we need. We did see some evidence of that. Why would I... Rebuke death. You can touch a living creature as a standard action, healing it for 1d4 points of damage, plus 1 for every 2 levels. Right.
We'll make things right.
I'm not sure how to read that actually. Get Death Ward on. All good.
I will help where I can.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
On you. On you. On you. On me. On Sealer. On Sealer. Oh, and also on Sealer.
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
Summon Mastodon. We also have summon rank 2 as well. Apparently not. Just summon Mastodon. Very well. Song of Heroic Resolve. Azata starts a performance that grants all allies within 50 feet a luck bonus on all saving throws equal to half a mythic rank. Whenever an ally under this influence makes a successful saving throw, that ally is healed for an order of hit points. 2d6. That's his mythic rank. Interesting. Right. And we're ready to go onwards. Let us check our marching order. Well. You can go there. That should do. And then we're out here.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Evu just needs to get ready to come out. You can't actually do anything but get there.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
I will resist.
Begone, fiend!
Laboratory murderer. I'm not so worried about this lot, that's for sure.
Surrender or else!
You managed to hit me! You blighter!
The spirits demand your blood. Prepare yourself.
Fall!
Into the fray!
Too late for apologies.
Looked like it did some statistical damage as well. We've got protection on for that, so that doesn't worry me. How did I not have... I do. How did it penetrate? Alright, well, it apparently did.
You are today's sacrifice!
So I'm going to back off right now. And I'm going to drop a mastodon down there.
Desna, guide my hand!
I will bring down the divine wrath!
Well, that didn't do him any good, did it now?
Sod is restless. I wonder why.
Get that healing on me, please.
Yes. Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes.
That will work. And me.
So many thoughts, so little time.
No reason to pause.
Quick, else we miss all the fun!
Save the last one for me.
What are these? What's this? Unlocks Fowler. 3 of the buggers. 4.
Go for their hearts! Make your peace.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
Ember. Are they immune to fire? No, they don't take a lot of damage from it though. Ooh. Yorkie.
May I see your entrails, please?
You missed every single time. Yorkie, that's bad.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Not that useful.
Oh,
Oh,
I wonder what lies.
yeah, I'm kind of wondering that myself at the moment.
I'll cut you wide open. I will resist.
I don't suppose you can sleep them.
I'll hit you!
Oh. Not if you don't use the sleep, no.
I wonder what lies.
Alright, I am down.
No glory without risk!
That's one of them down.
Prepare yourself.
You're not going to do much damage with that, are you? Right, saved, unfortunately.
The light, take you!
That's another down.
The spirits demand your blood. Desna, guide my hand.
Why don't you turn off his to hit?
Into the fray!
Well, he's not
You
looking
are
too
today's
healthy right
sacrifice.
now, is he?
Make your peace.
My poor dragon.
You won't stop us.
I wonder what
And I'm
lies
down again.
beyond.
No glory without risk!
Go for their hearts.
That's another down.
I will resist.
Begone, fiend!
I think at this point we can let them just take care of themselves.
I'll just sit here.
Well, what happened to
Worry
her?
about me.
Went from doing fine to dying fine.
I will lend you my aid.
Shall we move? We shall move. This way. Did you see that?
Didn't we just? So,
I'm trusting you.
over we go. And something in the pot.
my legs carry me.
Looks like something on the wall, but maybe not. Just a longsword +1 there. That's not serving me well.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
That's all that's in there, is it? Ah, there. Good. Not much, but a little. Might as well get it. And that is an exit to Dresden. Right, so I guess we are going upstairs now. Sally forth. Infiltrate their dwelling. Make it mine.
A bright future awaits us.
Open your heart to me.
At first I said, no, I can't. Too dangerous.
My
Well,
will
then I
is
insisted,
resolute.
But I should. I need that to survive. Then I argued, then agreed to do
Rely
it.
on me.
Oh, it's so
You're a
hard
good
to decide
person.
whether to have
I like
breakfast or
you.
not.
Esmo, Axe, yes.
Nothing that way. So we head forward.
I will defend my dream.
All over. Or not. That's two of them down.
Prepare yourself.
Ooh. Sheila is an out and out. And she's not even in Beverly Hills.
Let the attack commence.
Fall!
I'll cut you wide open.
Ember. Good. And that's one down. And that's another of the demons down.
Desna, guide my hand.
Not too much of a problem so far. $35.
spirits demand your blood.
That's another down.
Make your peace.
You are today's sacrifice!
I will resist!
I wonder what lies beyond.
Kind of wondering that myself, and also why I fell over again.
I will bring
Not to
down
worry.
the divine wrath!
Go for their hearts!
I'm sure in time we'll come to understand why I keep falling over when I'm fully healthy. Maybe it's got to be burn. It's got to be the burn mechanism.
Prepare yourself!
I crave for adventure.
I'm at 7 out of 8 and trying to use that. That's why. It's the burn. Very well.
Trail me.
Bebo and Assure.
I wonder what lies beyond.
I don't know, but you're in a deep lot of trouble right now, Yorkie.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
So why not just lie still?
Guide my hand!
I'll cut you wide open!
Too late for apologies.
Let's shake a leg.
This room looks a little cleaner than the rest. Like a master bedroom, to be honest. Let us go without. Let us go outside. And there are double doors there. Right, before we go in there, I'm sure something big is going to happen. Take another rest. I only hope the spirit's voices do not drown out the voice of the faith within you. Let's not speak of personal matters like faith. Such discussions can drive a wedge between the best of friends. Cannot bear the thought of falling out with you, Soziel. Right.
Struggles never
You're
cease.
fine.
The world has suffered enough.
We'll take a action from that. And a resistance to that. You can have that. And then we will apply Death Ward. Protection from poison.
We will win this war.
That's good. Can you give yourself that? Try again.
I'll watch your back.
On Sealer. On him. On her. On Sealer. On me. On Sealer. Also on Sealer.
Quick, else we miss all the fun!
We can keep that out for now. And that should be fine. Save it. And step within. Minago and Staunton.
Let's run, sweetie. Let's go. Why are you so slow?
And
They're
little
almost here.
Nora. Damn her hide.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're going straight after your brother to hell.
Don't you feel it? He's got that damn rag with him. I can't teleport. He's going to kill us.
If he kills us, then so be it. But this is my city, and I will fight for it to the end. And you, my love, you will be with me to the end.
The Staunton grabs the chin of the demoness, sinking his nails into her tender skin. Pulls her face towards his, kissing her lips quickly before pushing her away.
This dwarf is a true knight, and that's why he is beyond saving. A demoness knows how to turn a person's good nature against itself. She did it deliberately, knowing that his sense of honor would be his downfall. I have also done this.
You have learned the error of your ways.
Who let this mangy rat out of its cage? You made her a member of your party.
Yes.
The succubus whore found a way to betray even the Abyss. And you believe she'll be loyal to you?
Absolutely.
Minago, my jailer, my torturer. You think I mean to do them harm? That he will suffer if I stand at his side? If that were true, why then would you try so hard to persuade him to cast me out?
You seem to enjoy blaming others for your problems, Staunton. You alone have forged your destiny and become a traitor twice over.
Of course. I regret nothing. And I'm ready to pay my dues. What about you? Are you ready to pay for everything you've done in the name of your pathetic queen?
Aren't you getting tired of fleeing from me, Minago?
You have no idea how tired I am of you, mortal. But never mind. Today, we will finally be done with you. Right, Staunton? Right, sweetie?
I wouldn't bet on it. Minago, what's that on your face?
That's not your concern, mortal.
The Masters punished her cruelly for her failure.
Oh, what a
in
shame.
Abyss. As you can see, the leaders of the demons are as patient with their slaves as the Crusaders are with their commanders.
Sweetie, why are you telling him this? What does it matter? What?
Quiet.
Staunton's voice holds no emotion whatsoever except perhaps weariness. The word that fell from his lips barely echoes. Nonetheless, the demon immediately falls silent. I see you have quite a gathering of cowards and traitors here. Even Nora showed
You
up.
think I'd miss the chance to see Staunton wipe that grin off your smug face? For years, you self-appointed champions of good have treated us like dirt beneath your feet. If the demons will help us get our revenge, then we're with the demons.
The demons aren't going to help you do anything. You're going to die. Time to decide the fate of Dresden.
Right. No point in wasting time talking. To arms!
Staunton, darling.
Stop whining! Didn't you swear your eternal love to me? Promised we'd rule Dresden together? Now shut your lying mouth and fight! Whatever end fate has in store for me, you will share it!
The heartbeat quickens.
Na, Orma.
Make your peace. Disappear.
Ekno.
Say good night, my friend. What are you doing there? Pray tell. I think we... Well, we'll step away for a moment anyway. And, prayer. Could you say a prayer for me now? Don't save it till the morning after.
I will resist.
We're protected from poison. I'm not sure how effective this will be. No, we're not going to use it. Failed to overcome the spell resistance.
All I see is blackness.
Oh! That's unfortunate. Load last save. It was good I saved it when I did.
I'll watch your back. I heed the voice of the spirits.
Let's run, sweetie.
I'm...
This dwarf is... Manago. My jailer. My torturer.
Of course.
Just skipping through.
Quiet.
You think for years you self-appointed
Right.
Stunt.
Stop! Ah!
Na, Orma.
I will resist.
Where are we? Timber. Can you do anything? Well, you can come here and do that. Unfortunately, that hits our skeleton. I think it only hits undead, doesn't it? I may be wrong. In which case, if I am not wrong, I severely screwed up.
Into the fray!
I'll cut you wide open.
That's unfortunate. Bloody hell.
Begone, fiend! I've failed.
This was a powerful attack. We're going to go... I don't know if I can hit him. Why is Arushali lying down? And Staunton's healed. No. Not allowed. This is just silly. Alright, that's not worked at all. That has not worked. I almost took Staunton down.
This way. Quick, quick, else we miss all the fun!
Let's run, sweetie. This dwarf is a true... Manago. My jailer.
Of course. The master.
Sweetie.
Quiet.
You think I'd... For years, you...
Right.
Staunton.
Stop what?
On Staunton. 72.
Nam, Orma.
Get in. And then try to sleep her. She's down, good. Prayer. He's down. missed everyone. Sealer. Start singing. Again on Staunton. Missed. And he's down. The skeleton's out. It didn't animate any. What happened there? Oh, now it has. Ember. Damage the AC of Staunton. And Cackle.
Begone, fiend!
It's saved, good.
Prepare yourself. Stubborn ass! You want to die for a heap of rocks? Go ahead. I'm not staying here.
There's panic in Minago's blood splash face. The lips are trembling.
No, my dear. You are. You will either fight to the bitter end, or I'll break your delicate little neck myself. With these very hands.
Are you threatening me, my mortal toy? Me? And with what? With the power I gave you. You ungrateful beast!
It sounds like there's trouble in paradise.
Give me back what's mine. Take him, he's yours. And Dresden too. I don't care about this fortress or this half-wit. Oh, I grow so tired of you mortals. Your humdrum little passions, your constant squabbling, your incessant accusations and excuses. You treat each other like dirt. Push weaklings like these two into our arms. And then you have the audacity to accuse us. Come on, punish your traitors. I've seen this show countless times.
Where are you going? The fun's just starting.
Have fun with Staunton. You and he have similar ideas about what counts as entertainment. Take your filthy rag. Take your befouled ruins. You can make soup out of this moron for all I care. I've had enough war. We Lily two were created for tenderness and love. Stay
I doubt
away
that.
from me with your swords and shields.
So
Well,
this is to
she's
be
doing a
my
runner.
fate. I've been betrayed by people and demons alike. Now my life really is worth
You
nothing.
made it that way.
But that doesn't mean you won't pay for it dearly. Come on, you scumbag! Kill me if you can! I don't care anymore!
Staunton, I'm going to give you one chance. Enough of this insanity. Lay down your weapon. Come back to us.
You really do believe that, don't you?
Alright, you're an idiot.
I would.
Shut up. Just get it over with.
End my dream.
The light, take you!
And there's healing.
This'll leave a bruise.
Desna, guide my hand!
Another 32. You saved on that one.
No glory without risk! I'm alright.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say you're alright. You seem a little dead right now.
I'll cut you wide open.
Make your peace.
Fall!
Burn! Slice! And behead!
Surrender or else.
Well, ouch, why did I get into this fight? I knew I couldn't handle it. We kind of knew that too as soon as we saw you were a traitor. Breathing heavily, Nora stands up and wipes her bloody hands on a cloth. Well, what are you waiting for, you scum? Come on, finish me off, kill me. Like you did Staunton. And be glad you defeated the villains. Just make sure you don't wonder whose fault it was that he and I were on the demon's side. Thoughts like that could make you lose your appetite. I understand your pain, hatred and anger. I stoked those feelings in the mortals. I convinced them that the whole world was to blame for their troubles, and that only the demons could help them get revenge. It was a lie. Whatever your demons told you, it was a lie. Your real friends are your fellow mortals. Who is this, a succubus? You'll let into your party. Well, then I can die a peaceful death. You won't last long. I'll give you the same chance I gave Staunton. Spare me the sermons. If you want to kill me, then kill me, but don't try to get into my head. Why did you betray me, Nora? You want to know the truth? Here's the truth. I hate all of you. If I'd been there the day Arilu Volish opened the rift in the abyss, I would have gladly handed her the ingredients for the ritual. I put the pheromone-soaked cloth in your pocket. You were the villain. I wanted those hellbugs to eat your smug face off. I was the one who set the tents on fire that night. And I told the gargoyles who to grab. Every day I was in your army, I did all I could to hurt you. All the things I would gladly do to you. And it would be but a thousandth of what you deserve. You hide the face in the hands. When I was 8, I was auctioned off like livestock. Like livestock they used a stick to train me to obey. Did the paladins of Mendev help me? Of course not. Even when we passed through Endeavian City, none of the warriors of good lifted a finger to set me free. Slavers aren't demons, after all. Nora looked up and stares at you with red eyes, and with eyes red with tears. The first time I came to the wound, I wasn't seeking adventure. My owner dragged me here on a leash. You think the demons bribed me? I was happy to betray him. Without a shadow of a doubt, expecting nothing in return, I poured a sleeping potion into their soup pot, opened the gates and waited for the demons to come and tear them all to pieces. And me along with them. I didn't care. The demons saw the real me. They made me a cultist. They offered me a chance for revenge. Well, Nora, I offered you a chance to turn around. You've been hurt, but you've given up. And now you die. He's down.
Shall we move? We shall move! Wherever my legs carry me.
I guess it's time to leave. Ah, she's well and truly dead. So, it's time to drop some more armor.
The commander of the Crusade has managed to overthrow 70 years of demonic rule in Dresden and restored the Sword of Valor to its rightful place. Will the commander be able to defend the banner he has won with such a valiant effort?
Well, we're victorious now. And have claimed Dresden. I guess this will be the seat from which I command the armies.
Urgent matters of state are awaiting my attention. My convoy will be departing for the capital within the hour. I'm afraid this is all the time I can spare you. So do please forgive me for skipping the lengthy and well-deserved congratulations. Dresden was taken quickly, even more quickly than I'd anticipated. Every death is an irretrievable loss. But considering the scale of our forces, the losses among our troops are tolerable. Morale is high among the Crusade forces that were entrusted to you. You handled the command superbly. I never doubted your personal ability to deal with the demons. I knew that you could become a living symbol for people to follow. That you have now displayed a decent head for tactics is a pleasant surprise. I believed in your success and prepared for this outcome after a fashion. I brought a reward to personally bestow upon my Knight Commander. But now, I think this reward is insufficient. So please, accept one more gift from me personally.
Do we have a cloak? And she slides a ring from her finger. Ring? Are we betrothed now?
By no means. I merely thought a cloak would be a meager reward, but I did not have time to arrange for another gift. Now on to the main matter. The Sword of Valor has been returned to us. Touching it has awoken your power and changed the great relic beyond recognition. Many clerics are at a loss to interpret this unexpected turn. Is it an omen? Happenstance? A warning? Only one thing can be said for certain. Your power is astonishing and unlike anything ever seen before. Your power bears little resemblance to other manifestations of the Inheritor's will that I have been fortunate enough to witness. But who can fathom the god's designs? And Iomade has many heavenly allies, and they helped us on several occasions throughout the Crusades. There, I have said all I wish to. Is there anything you wish to discuss with me before I depart?
There is something you should know. Real Vorlish appeared before me in Dresden. Did not explain why she'd come.
The architect of the Worldwood?
Yeah.
Here? And she allowed you to simply dispose of Stanchion Vane and claim the Sword of Valor?
Stanchion? I thought it was Taunton.
This is a very worrying development. Aurelia was more dangerous than a dozen Balors, and more cunning and deceitful than a score of succubi. In the 100 years of the Crusades, our forces have very rarely encountered her, but when we did, it always led to something terrifying. I think she has taken an interest in you and your power. It was to be expected, of course, and it worries me more than anything else. Sooner or later, we shall have to take a stand against Aurilu and deal with her once and for all. But I thought we would have time to prepare. Be careful. And if the architect reappears, treat her as you would a demon lord.
Naturally. Do you know anything about the huge demon we met at the gates? It was much stronger than the rest.
The Baylor Dorazand, one of Daskari's generals. He, Hep Zamira, and the Echo of Daskari are some of the most notable demons in the Abyssal Forces. You will soon learn these names. Dorazand has not been sighted by our scouts for a long time, and his appearance at Dresden was an unexpected development. But we must grow accustomed to surprises such as this. The ability to move at will through space is one of the demon's most unpleasant hallmarks. Fortunately, the Sword of Valor takes care of that problem for the areas around Dresden.
I've heard everything I need.
Very well. Then I shall take my leave. Irabeth will bring you up to speed on the situation in the city and surrounds, and together, you can decide on what next steps to take. Good luck, Commander. Remember, this is but the first step. The road ahead will be long and difficult.
Well, not very well. The Queen strides off with precise military bearing.
Allow me also to congratulate you on your victory, Commander.
You helped, Tirabeth.
We won the battle for Dresden,
Yes.
but this war is far from
Naturally.
over. The demons know our true strength, so we must brace ourselves for a merciless counterattack. They will do everything they can to gain control of the city and destroy you personally, and all of us along with you. The only good news is that cultists make up more than half of their forces, so they will have to march the same roads as our fighters. If they were all demons, they could appear here instantaneously and lay siege to the city. Praise Iomade for small mercies.
Indeed.
The main demon forces are moving out from the City of Eyes and the Threshold Fortress. Scouts are reporting that for now, we don't stand a chance of tearing through the defense and launching a counterattack. We can only gather our forces, rebuff their attacks, and wait for the right moment. Unfortunately, other hostile groups keep appearing out of nowhere. And on top of all that, Minago is still prowling around somewhere out there. Anevia is trying to find out where that Abyss scum has run off to. Maybe she's already got some leads.
Could be.
Luckily, we are not alone. Mendev is with us. Queen Galfrey has sent us the first reinforcements.
Good.
They've just entered the city. Besides, news of your victory is spreading through Avestan. I'm sure that crowds of new volunteers will soon be pouring into Dresden, inspired by your feat. And that's very good news, because we're going to need troops. Here is a brief report about the main problems we're currently facing.
Tirabeth shows you a sheet of paper with a list of 4 items. Demons with special powers, secret path, missing patrol, and dragon. What can you tell me about the demons with special powers?
Remember that Nabasu that attacked our camp? He had powers that no ordinary demon should have. It is not the only demon of its kind. We keep receiving reports about similar monsters. All isolated cases for now. But it's possible that in the future, we will see entire squads, if not armies of them. We must find out where they're coming from. Find the source of their power and destroy it. If we don't, they will crush us before long. Even you can't defeat an entire army of such monsters.
A secret path, what are you talking about?
We can usually spot armies of demons in advance, as their hordes march along the Grey Road from Eyes or Threshold. But sometimes packs of them appear out of nowhere. They're managing to avoid our scouts somehow and sneaking into our territory. If we don't solve this problem, we cannot attack. The demons will just appear at our backs, block off the gorges, and cut us off from Dresden. Anevia is trying to find out how the demons are getting into our territory, but she hasn't succeeded yet. Talk to her. She will tell you more about what she's doing.
There's a missing patrol?
Yes, it disappeared without a trace during a mission. We didn't even find any bodies. Maybe someone abducted them, or there's some natural threat in the area. And we can't rule out the possibility of desertion, either.
All fair points.
The troop was patrolling the southern road out of the city. The last surviving settlements of Sikoris lie in that direction. But after the siege of Dresden, contact with them was lost. Hardly any of the inhabitants survived once the demons invaded the area. That's where I started the search.
And what's this about a dragon?
As if we didn't have enough problems with demons already. Now there's a wild dragon in the vicinity. Luckily, it's not part of the demon army. If the demons had a dragon on their side, it could pose a serious threat.
Like they don't already, you mean?
But there's very little food in the world wound, and the dragon doesn't seem to have a taste for demons and cultists. She keeps attacking small squads of crusaders, picking off those who fall behind, ravaging supply trains. The dragon's been sighted frequently in the sky, but we don't know exactly where her lair is. We have someone to help with this, though. Do you remember the dwarf who bravely attacked the Baylor in front of the Citadel during the siege?
And didn't achieve much, yes.
He is back in the city, and he doesn't mind hunting this dragon, apparently.
I could rather do it with my own
Talk to him in
people.
the tavern. We might be able to help each other.
Very well. Is that all for now?
There are a few pleasant matters. At the Queen's command, the Crusaders who took part in the attack have had their pay doubled. And
Good.
medals will be awarded to those who were particularly outstanding in battle.
Well earned.
You know one of them. The Knight Elan from the Houndhearts.
Good for him.
He led a troop of Nerosian recruits and brought them to the main forces, and later drew the demons' attention in the battle with the Baylor, allowing the wounded to be rescued. There is one more thing. As you know, there is a vast dungeon under Dresden.
Indeed.
It's empty now. None of those imprisoned by the demons survived, and we don't have any new prisoners. We've temporarily placed the body of Staunton Vane in the dungeon. You slew him. What are your orders regarding his body? Anevia thinks we should burn it quietly and forget about it. Some want to see his corpse displayed in the square, but I don't think we should behave like demons and barbarians. He may have been our enemy, but he deserved to be buried as a knight. However, the decision is yours.
I agree with Anevia. Do it on the quiet. Get rid of him.
Right you are, Commander. Commander. That day during the battle,
You had a difficult time. Many of us did.
No. My apologies. That is all, Commander. Thank you for your time.
Giving a salute, Erebeth turns around and quickly leaves. I don't understand these cities that mortals love so much. Stone, stone, more stone. All the doors are so close to the ground, and they're all the same shape. Why don't they ever put the door on the top floor and slide down to the ground instead? Getting up would be a problem, that's why. And why do they even want to go outside if it's no fun out there? If somebody built a fountain full of jams, I'd understand. The sudden voice from over your shoulder drops to an excited whisper. Or a chocolate tree so people could break off a branch to munch as they pass by. Who's speaking? A tiny female dragon, an evident chocolate tree enthusiast, emerges from behind you. Don't tell me you didn't notice a cute little dragon following you. Well now, cute little dragon, if that's true. Why did you only start speaking just now? Maybe I was a little shy. After all, we don't know each other. I had to take a look around and get used to things. Everything about the material plane is so weird and grey and stony, especially Dresden. What's your name, dragon? Ivu. Because I'm little. In my family, our names get longer as we get bigger and older. Imagine how funny it would be otherwise. Imagine being a 5-year-old dragon barely hatched. They already call you Reslarbren or Ilthuliak or something like that. The little dragon snorts and you conclude that this is her way of laughing. So where did you come from? You mean where did I come from? I flew all the way here to you. Well, I moved between planes a tiny little bit and then I flew the rest of the way to you. You've always wanted to have a dragon on your very own, haven't you? Who wouldn't want their own dragon companion? Of course I want my very own dragon. I knew it! Never doubted it for a moment. I wouldn't want to be your friend if you were a dragon hater. But even if you were, I'd just make you change your mind. So you don't like Dresden much then? It's not that I don't like it. You can have fun here too. But I liked my home in Elysium more. The little dragon frowns comically. That makes sense though. After all, we're fighting demons and they make everything around them dull and nasty. But you're going to stop them soon, right? Oh, speaking of demons and fighting, you really need to head out to this beautiful ridge outside Dresden as fast as you can. Your friends are waiting for you there. There's something urgent and important they need to tell you. What friends? They're nice. They were really happy to see me. They really want to see you. I only flew past them the once, so I don't know much. It must be important. I wonder what's waiting for me this time. Something really fun, you'll see. Well, in the meantime, let's go into the Citadel and see what's going on in there. A middle-aged paladin with a genial face salutes you. His sparse grey hair stands in fuzzy tufts on his head, giving him a distinctly unwarlike appearance. I have a bright crusader reporting for duty. My name is Siar Kobelan, and I'm at your service. Ringalfrey is gathering the main attack forces in Rosian. She ordered us to replenish the losses suffered in Canabres and come here. We will support your troops. A tall, dark-eyed lad is standing behind Siar. He passionately echoes Siar's words. We are ready to go to the front immediately. Allow us to be at the spear of the attack. The old crusader called the young man to order. Morveg, don't move unless spoken to. Don't worry, no one will be defeating any demons without you. Siar smiles kindly and tousles the boy's hair. Who have you brought with you? Every bright crusaders mainly, but we have a lot of volunteers who joined us. Those who arrived at the Queen's call but didn't want to sit in Rosian waiting for the main army to set off. All the hotheads know that the front is here. Siar nods at the boy behind him, the one who's eager to fight. We picked up this one too. He walked to Canabres with an old sword in his hand and a few copper coins in his pocket. He was going to keep walking to kill the demons, and he would probably have laid siege to the threshold, no doubt. The boy's cheeks go pink at the old man's gentle mockery. He continues to stare ahead resolutely and boldly. Did you fight in Canabres? How are things there? Not personally, no. The Queen summoned me and the bulk of her order to Nerosian. Almost all those who remained behind in Canabres died, and the ones that didn't were disorganized and leaderless. But the order did not perish. New volunteers have been pouring into our ranks. We're licking our wounds. Canabres is rebuilt. Rebuilding. Life wins out. People are coming from all over Avestan to help. Many are joining up with the Crusaders, just as it happened back in the first Crusade. Great. You'll be serving under my command. The Crusader gives you a friendly smile. It's an honor for us, Commander. Let's give the demons a dusting. Let's see. Spies of the Abyss have attempted to infiltrate Dresden to find out the commander's plans. It was only by chance that they were stopped. Right. These are events. Decrees. Forming a logistics council. The success of military action depends on a regular supply of everything troops need and judicious distribution of resources. The logistic council, made up of experienced officers, will ensure there is no chaos in the army while the commander's attention is focused on the front lines. Yes, absolutely. A staff council. One can command a small unit alone, but to manage an army one needs a staff council surrounded by experienced advisors. The commander will be able to make decisions affecting the life and morale of the entire army. Yes. Diplomatic council. The crusade depends on the support of Nerosian and foreign countries. The Diplomatic Council will see to it that no political problems interfere with the regular inflow of gold and recruits to Dresden. Military Council. A council of officers seasoned in the arts of war will help the commander to implement new tactics and diversify his army's ranks with more skilled units. Increase the number of interrogators, or introduce collective responsibility. The soldiers must always remain vigilant. If one of them is a traitor, everyone is guilty. The officers now harshly punish entire units when traitors have been discovered. Sometimes you have to be harsh. Cruel to be kind, as they say. Woven property. Part of the fortress wall sustained damage in the demon attack on Dresden. A number of buried golems covered in dwarven ruins were discovered among the collapsed stones. On hearing this news, a member of the dwarven clan that has contacted the commander and claimed the golems belong to them. What should be done with them? You can give them to the dwarves. You can keep them inside the walls. Or we can extract the golems to use them in battle. Keep working. Keep working. They reinforce it magically. Our mages renew their half-faded runes. Continue to preserve Dresden's peace. Good. All they're done. Now, Sealer is dead. I need to go find a priest.
Forwards! No, no, backwards. Backwards!
From a dead woman's hands. What is that one?
Trail me.
Come here. Ah, talk to Soziel. I see, it's regarding... Yes, we'll do that. Now, let us sell what we don't need. A woman in gold-embroidered cleric's robes greets you with a polite bow. Her eyes, the colour of molten gold, gleam brightly in the dusky face. Greetings, Commander. My name is Arsenal. I'm a messenger from the Temple of Abdad in Absalom. I'm here, assuming the defenders of the fortress could use the service of a cleric. Indeed. Alright, first of all, get rid of everything we don't need. At least, get rid of a bulk of stuff so that we can buy. Not going to use that. Not going to use that. No. Might do. What is it? Dueling sword. Nobody's using that. Longsword +1. Scimitar +1. Soul Shear we might keep. Warhammer. Get rid of all of that. None of us are using that. Breastplate +1. Carapace we'll look at. Chain shirt. Full plate +1. Amulet of Epic Songs, we'll look at that. Belt of Physical Form. We can probably keep the Cloaks of Resistance right now. All of that should be good. Right. Name. Come on, scroll off. Scroll of Raised Dead. And then Scroll of Restoration. Or unless we can get Restoration Greater. Ah, 7 Restoration Greaters. That's fine. Good. Roll of Raised Dead. Where is it? Restoration Raised Dead. Good. You can just have basic restoration. Oh, you've got I'll use another one. You've got just one negative level. As do I. Good. Now, go speak to him about his sister. Good afternoon, Commander. How can I help you? Did you think about what the Hell Knight told you? Yes, Social shakes his head. Another dead end. I still know nothing. How could Trevor have parted with his shield? I can't imagine. I don't know what your brother has endured in the war. Perhaps the person you once knew is gone. I once believed that. I can't. Not Trevor. With a sudden shiver, Sozio looks down and whispers faintly, Brother, will I recognize you when I find you? You know, it's not only the Hell Knights who told me the truth. Knight Terabade refused to tell me anything about my brother's fate while I was serving Canabres. But after these events, she finally broke her silence, and the thing she told me, Sozio shakes his head, that he was a good fighter but a terrible knight and an utterly worthless paladin. He became more and more cruel as time went on. He started caring more about destroying the enemy and protecting the innocent. He gushed over Prelate Holrun and his witch hunts. Eventually, the goddess's patience wore thin. When he beat up some poor fellow for blasphemy, Helen took away Trevor's powers. That was a huge blow for him. He left the city asking only that his disgrace be kept from his family. That was why Erebeth didn't say anything earlier. Brother, my brother, but how? He's always been kind, merciful. Where could this cruelty have come from? You think of your brother's fate now. Can't wrap my head around what I've learned. It's as if we're talking about a different person altogether. How could he? Why did he give his shield to that she-devil in black armour? Oh, Shellin, it's all be a mistake. Tell me about yourself. Actually, that's too much information right now. Thank you for talking to me. We'll leave the dragon till later. I want to go back and process the day. Now that I have Sealer back with us. See what these councils are good for.
This way.
Skip one day. The military council is assembled and waits for the commander at the headquarters. The diplomatic council is assembled and waits for the commander. Same with the staff and the logistics. Before you stands a tall, fit man whose dark hair is already tinged with grey. He greets you with a brisk military salute. My name is Captain Silkend. I command the vanguard of mercenary group called the Blackstone Company. We come from Andorran to assist you. Want to know more about your unit? The Blackstone Company is proud to be recognised as one of the finest Andorran mercenary regiments. We're not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocent and serve the tyrants of the world, no. We're adventurers eager to get involved in dangerous enterprise and leave it with pockets full of gold and a clear conscience. That's why we have held a vote among our units. We were glad to accept Queen Galfrey's invitation to join the crusade, though some of our commanders did voice their displeasure with the sum she offered. But like I said, we Andorrans are a free people who cannot be pushed around and who cannot be bought. Only convinced. Why'd you join up with us? Queen Galfrey paid us for our services, but please don't think we're fighting for gold alone. We are true sons and daughters of Andorran, so ideals of equality and resisting enslavement ring true in our hearts. And be glad to stand in the way of demons who seek to force mortal kind into bondage. The bulk of our company made camp in Rosian, the vanguard, consisting of our finest soldiers, if I might add. Punt under your command. I want to know more about you, Captain Silkend. The man flashed a genuine smile. I don't even know what to say. I'm a soldier, bit of an explorer, and just all-round honest man. Alright, get on with your duties. Yes, sir. Glad to be under your command, Captain Sealkin salutes you again. Miles, and adds in a softer voice, it will be honour to serve with you, Commander. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need to talk, I'd be happy to lend an ear. Erebeth said that we're under threat from demons with unusual abilities, like that Nabasu that attacked your army at the Lost Chapel. They're very powerful, and they're growing in number. You haven't found out where they're coming from, have you? Arushlai looks around shyly and continues, lowering a voice, of entrusting you with a personal secret. I think... I'm not sure, but I think I have a lead. I know where to find someone who can lead us to the source of their power. Who? A hag by the name of Jeronica. She used to live here before the fall of Sarkoris. When the demons invaded this world, she happily took their side. The old cannibal knows many secrets. You just have to make her talk. Does she have special powers? Her, I doubt it, but still, be careful. She's very old, very sly creature, and she's incredibly dangerous. Where can I find her? The place is called Green Gates. I'll show you how to get there. Long ago, before the World Wound, was a Sarkorian fortress there. Then Crusaders built a small chapel. But for many, many years, the place has been home to nothing but abomination and squalor. How did you find out about it? Arushalai quickly looks at the face of those present and seems to curl in on herself. Quietly, almost whispering, she says, that is a long story. I'll tell you when we get there, alright? Thanks for the tip. Happy to help, it's just... Rilo looks around cautiously again and lowers a voice. You won't go there without me, will you? I want to personally make this monster... make sure this monster doesn't escape you. I don't think I'll be going many places without you, Aru. Grandma Gretlin, the director. Oh dear lord, it's the Amateur Dramatics Club again. Grandma Gretlin lowers herself into a bow. Good day, Commandership. It is we, the artistic board of the next door theatre. We are still working on our piece about your heroism. You don't have to. We have even taken on a few new crew members. We now have a master of stage equipment and scenery. It's my granddaughter, Tina. Tina, say hello to Commander Ship. We are faced with another dilemma. We simply can't decide on a climactic moment for the act that's all about the Battle of Dresden. Here, you listen to the options. I'd rather not. Grandma Gretlin holds a scroll up before her eyes and begins to read, running an gnarled finger along each line. Option 1, the commander, so that's you, launched himself. Actually, it's a Cyclops, isn't it? Out of a catapult and smashes down the fortress wall, allowing the armies to rush inside. Oh dear lord. Option 2, the commander, so that's you again, masquerades as a succubus and creeps into Dresden in disguise and then opens the gates to the Crusaders. Option 3, the commander, so that's you again, rides in to attack on an enormous mountain goat. Oh dear lord. Or should we call it a battering ram? Oh no. And it breaks down the city gates. What do you say? You decide, it's your show. Alright, I will apply my directorial vision to the problem. Goodbye, your commandership. Thank you for the audience. Grandma Gretlin and her entourage move away. Their voices project so well, you can easily hear the rest of their conversation. The catapult was my favourite from the very start. I hope it's not considered too lowbrow a device, say this dramatic offering. What about what you're doing is serious? Did you forget that the role of the commander is being played by a Cyclops? How are we going to launch Lamb King out of a catapult? Where are we going to find a catapult that won't just break under his weight? Calm yourself, Tina, it's just a minor snag. You can't achieve success without a few difficulties on the way. We'll think of something, you'll see. Dear God. The tall, gaunt half-elf salutes you solemnly. Commander, it's an honour to call this first meeting of the Military Council to order. I'm Captain Odin, and I've been serving under your command ever since the assault on the Grey Garrison. I will do my best to be of as much use to you as possible in this role. The foundation of the military is called calculation and discipline. These are the principles I will seek to impart to the Crusaders. If we are to win this war, we must forget about mercy. For our enemies, for our troops, and for ourselves. Well, Commander, your sister Sealer is no renowned general, but she spent half her life tussling with evil. It looks like I'll be stepping up on behalf of all of Iomede's faithful here. I hope my advice will prove useful. First issue on the Military Council's agenda is the reorganization of the troops. Our infantry has been bled dry, and the forces Her Majesty granted us were enough to take Dresden. We need more troops to hold it. Furthermore, the army was assembled in great haste after the assault on Canabres, was never adequately equipped. Unfortunately, we don't have much time for redeployment. Our scouts report that a very powerful Baylor, Karamzadeh, is already preparing a retaliatory strike on Dresden. But we can rely on freshly conscripted Ben Deviant soldiers. They may not have the skill, but our strength as always lies in the number and the fervour of the volunteers joining the Crusades. We can't throw everyone into the meat grinder, we'll just get the youth killed for nothing. We need to select the best among the recruits, or even better, hold a contest. The bravest and most capable will join the Crusaders. The death count is always highest in the infantry. Its purpose is to serve as a shield. It would be wise to invest our resources in hiring and training heavy footmen with shields to ensure maximum protection, even if it limits their mobility and makes them less threatening to the enemy. Captain Odin, I hear what you're saying, but I tend to agree with Sealer that just throwing new recruits out unless necessary is a bad move. Let's train people first. And, Regil, you surprised me. If we're no threat to the enemy, then what's the point? Like the most proficient warriors. A cheeky smile blossoms on Sealer's face. You know, I think I might hit the arena once or twice myself. Test the rookies. It'll be a nice warm-up. Captain Odin salutes you formally. Thank you for your time, Commander. When the reforms are finished and the ranks of your infantry are replenished, I will assemble a military council to discuss new decisions. A sharp-looking Kitsune gives you a quick, business-like bow. Commander, the matters before us are urgent, so let's not stand on ceremony. I am Lady Konomi, the official attaché of Nerosian. Here are my credentials. She presents a scroll adorned with Galfred's shield. Or seal. Her Majesty has instructed me to lead your headquarters, diplomatic council. Honestly, I was surprised when Lady Konami asked me to join this council, but I'll do my best to fill the shoes of a trained diplomat. Yeah, strange. I got invited to the council too. I'm sure foreign ambassadors will be thrilled to see my face and my manners. Lady Konami, you haven't mistaken me for some other crusader, Lan, have you? I, like many nobles, have been trained in diplomacy, and in fact I hold the title of Royal Emissary. It passed down the Arendelle line. I must say that prior to this day I employed my diplomatic skills solely to undermine Mendev's international reputation. Time to break that habit. I imagine preventing international scandals will be just as interesting as causing them. Who knows, I might even enjoy it. What's on the council's agenda? I hate to say it, Commander, but not everyone in Nerosian is pleased with your progress. Some believe that, to use their words, you are out of control and fancy yourself as an independent leader. It wouldn't surprise me if you encountered supply disruptions in the near future. I would suggest quelling their anger. Show the capital you haven't forgotten them about the chain of command. For example, you could hold a parade in honour of Her Majesty. If we need to demonstrate that we're keeping Nerosian in mind, why don't we invite the capital's High Priest to Dresden for a religious festival? It'll be appropriate, and the Church's support will shield us from the accusations of schemers. Pander to the naysayers? I think not. I propose we hold a parade in your honour, Sir Yorkie. This is your victory, and if Cousin Galfrey wants to show off in front of the soldiers, she's welcome to capture something of her own. Lan's eyes flashed with anger. Are they out of their mind? You've got a whole Dresden full of soldiers who need medicine, food, and weapons. Until everyone has been taken care of, we can't waste a single coin on pointless celebrations. Suzil, I hear you about the High Priests. And, I don't necessarily disagree that it would be a good move, but I don't think it's most important. Darren, you are a delight, Darren. You really are. But I think you're trying to stir trouble. Let's move on. That leaves me with Lan's idea and Lady Konami's. Praising Her Majesty could be good. But at the same time, Lan has a very good point. Perhaps now is not the time for celebrations. Perhaps now is the time for healing. A moment, Commander. I understand that you're used to being the highest authority in all matters, but political decisions are an exception. I'm a professional in this field, you are not. By ignoring my recommendations, you are not only deliberately seeking conflict with the capital, but disregarding common sense as well. I urge you to reconsider. You've invited my companions to the Diplomatic Council now, you refuse to listen to their opinions. I'm simply suggesting that you give your companions time to find their feet in the Council, and to grasp the principles of being a diplomat. Also, if they weren't on the Council, your decisions could be mistaken for decrees of a tyrant. That is definitely not the public image you need. Ah, now I understand the role I've been given, Lady Konami. I'm supposed to stand in a pretty doublet and keep my mouth shut. I can promise you the former, but not the latter. You think you have the right to talk back to me? She shrugs disarmingly. I do hope you'll forgive me this little revolt. I'm merely doing my job by trying to satisfy my superiors from the capital. You could try and satisfy your superior here. Not one for throwing my weight around all the time, but there is such a thing as knowing your place. Well, incidentally, your superiors as well. The needs of my soldier are more important than the whims of your bureaucrats from the council. I cannot challenge your decision, however I have no choice but to inform the capital that you have disregarded my recommendations. Actions like these are precisely what gave Nerosian cause for concern, Commander. I hope you'll revise this defiant stance in the future. That's right, and everyone who's unhappy with our actions can go ahead and leave their mansions in Nerosian and come here to tell us so in person. And if something happens to them along the way, we'll just have enough money to stitch their arms and legs back on. And with that, we can bring this meeting of the Diplomatic Council to a close. It is unfortunate that things were so tense. You made them so. But I'm sure we'll soon have many more opportunities to resolve any misunderstandings between us. Hail, Commander. Before you, an aged yet fit and sturdy Gurundi stands at attention. His dark skin has an earthy tone to it, and crystals sparkle forth from where his hair and eyebrows should be, clearly identifying him as an Oread. Captain Hamilton, head of your staff council, by order of Her Majesty, Bengalfrey, here to deliver a report. I'm on this council too, Sealer salutes briskly. We'll be racking our brains on how to improve troop morale. I reckon the key is to back up our words with actions. Lead your soldiers by example, and they'll be eager to follow. Drawing on my experience as a paralictor, my advice is to maintain calculated moderation in every regard, be it in incentive or in penalty. I wouldn't say you're very moderate when you slaughter people. And to be decisive, we have no need for doubts or turmoil. I'm doomed to be your advisor, but do you know what that means? You are doomed to listen to my advice. Start off. Here's an incredibly novel and deep thought for you. Loyalty, passion and morale. All these can easily be bought with money. Yes, but we don't have infinite funds, Darren. Commander, permission to report. We've encountered a problem. Although we're still getting volunteers here, we're now seeing cases of desertion. Many who joined the Dresden campaign believe that their duty has been fulfilled with a victory, and they're not keen on staying in the garrison. Those from Canabres wish to return home and rebuild their city. Lastly, there are those who are afraid of lingering in a place where demons might show up with a retaliatory expedition at any moment. My suggestion is to improve living conditions for the privates. Raise their pay, give them extra rations, and reward those who have distinguished themselves on the battlefield with commendations and gifts. Soldiers don't want to leave the armies that appreciate them. That's not a bad suggestion. I feel for those folks, but we have to convince them to stay. I think we might get some help from the servants of the gods. They'll tell the soldiers that the danger has not yet passed and inspire them to keep up the fight against evil. As long as the wound is open, the whole world is in danger. We can't just go home and live like we used to, no matter how badly we want that to happen. Tila, you raise a point that the more religious will be swayed by the priests, but that's an indirect approach. Most of the Crusaders are volunteers, but they have no right to subvert military discipline. That kind of attitude is tantamount to treason, regardless of who expresses it. We have to identify the instigators, arrest them, and administer harsh punishment. I thought you were all for moderation, Regiel. The problem is quite simply solved with coin, but handing money out to privates, he's practically throwing it away. We need to pay the officers handsomely, then they'll figure out how to raise his subordinates' morale. Again, Darren, that's very indirect. Captain Hamilton, do the privates pay raise and improve rations? At once. I'll dispute the pay and rations right away. The commendation list won't take long either. We should see the results shortly. Thank you, Commander. Should any of the other difficulties arise that require your attention, I'll deliver a new report promptly. Hail, Commander. A middle-aged dwarf who has clearly seen some combat salutes you with one barely moving, bone-dry hand. On her face are huge scarred claw marks. A black eye patch covers one eye, but she is watching you with the other, intent and somber. Olgalinda Stranglehold, Chair of the Logistics Council at your service. We've got ourselves an ugly situation that requires your decision. I hope I won't get in anyone's way if I join you. Arushale looks around with visible worry. I think I could give some advice here, if you don't mind, of course. Well, you're welcome, Arushale. Hopefully this council will benefit from my vast experience surviving with gear that consists of rocks and sticks, and where any dinner that's not squirming on your plate is considered a feast. All in all, kind of like our crusade. Dealing with low availability of resources, land, could be useful. I won't lie to you, our logistics are a mess. We need more of everything, and what we do have is in disarray. Crates and provisions are rotting away in storehouses, because some idiot quartermaster spilled beer on the papers. And fools are not the worst problem. There's also theft. Some officers grease palms to get a helmet with a stylish plumage, a fancy blade from Nerosian. Meanwhile, that means the ordinary soldiers are being armed with barely more than kitchen knives, hammer and tongs. It's time to give the entire logistics staff the bum rush. The question is, where do we find capable of honest people to replace them? These scoundrels must be replaced with decent, honourable people. Selfless souls who have proven that they put their comrades' lives above all else, especially their own wealth. Surely that's who will take best care of our soldiers. I like that thinking, Arushale. Let's get some veterans on the job. People who've had their fill of the front lines and who know firsthand what life is like for the common soldier. what the rations taste like, and how the boots are always the wrong size. Again, Lan, you have a good suggestion there. Someone who knows the ropes. My suggestion is call some experienced, well-connected supply officers from Neurosian. Let them leave their cushy jobs in Mendev and work a sweat for the good of the Crusade. I hear you. I'm sure that they'll be reluctant to come, which means they'll be reluctant to serve. So no, Doglander, we're not going to do that. Arushli, we'll go with what you said. They'll make the soldiers ready for whatever the enemy might have in store for them. After all, other people's lives depend on their work. How could they neglect such a responsibility? Then it's decided, no matter what our new quartermasters are like, no possible way they can be worse than what we have now. The results will be reported to you, and if anything else comes up, I'll call the council right away. Right, we've started the councils. Now, the fate of the fallen knight, fate of Chilraw's hidden tusks, studying the Sword of Valor, fate of Solskjaer, outpost of Bastion, which we don't have the resources for. Let's issue that. Studying the Sword of Valor. Let's get it studied. No more events right now. So that is where we will end things for today. My friends, you've been great companions on this walk. Join me next time, Wayne Scalarian, for some more Wrath of the Righteous, when we will begin to work on the needs of our community here. Very well.